On the evening of July 30th, 2007, 16-year-old Shay McDonald returned to her home in Chelmsford, Massachusetts after visiting friends. Arriving just before midnight, Shay left the back door unlocked, thinking that her brother would be home soon afterwards. Her parents, Kevin and Jeannie, were already asleep, so Shay went straight to bed. A short while later, Jeannie McDonagh was awakened by muffled moans coming from her daughter's bedroom. She roused her husband. Sensing that something was not right, the couple immediately went to Shay's room. The sight that greeted them initially confused Jeannie. For a brief moment she thought that their son was playing a prank on them. Then the cold realization hit home. There was a man in the room, a big, burly man, dressed all in black and wearing a mask. He was leaning over Shay. He had a large hunting knife to her throat. Kevin and Jeannie sprang immediately into action, tackling the much larger man and eventually subduing him in a ferocious struggle. Jeannie's hands were severely lacerated during the fight. She said later that she barely felt the razor-sharp blade slice through her fingers as she wrestled the knife from the attacker. With the men subdued, Shay called the police, who were soon on the scene to take the assailant into custody. He was identified as Adam Leroy Lane, a long-haul trucker, married with 3 daughters. As the police searched his truck, they turned up a collection of knives, as well as choke wire and a DVD entitled Hunting Humans. The police did not know it yet, but they'd just arrested a serial killer. Lane was soon connected via DNA found on one of his knives to a brutal murder that had occurred just 22 hours before his attack on Shay. As in her case, Lane entered through an unlocked door and attacked Monica Massaro in her New Jersey home. Massaro's throat was viciously slashed before Lane inflicted multiple stab wounds to her body. Lane initially denied any involvement in the murder. However, he eventually broke down and confessed, although he was adamant that the attack was not sexually motivated. "I love my wife very much," he insisted. Another charge soon followed. On the night of July 13th, 2007, mother of 2, Darlene Ewald, had stayed up late on the patio and was talking to a friend on the phone after her husband had gone to bed. Darlene's friend heard a muffled sound on the line and then the phone went dead. Concerned, she got her husband to drive her to Darlene's house, where they discovered the woman's battered body lying on the patio. Darlene's husband and son were initially arrested for the crime, but DNA evidence would eventually point the finger at the real murderer, Adam Lane. Just 3 days after the Ewald murder, Lane attacked Patricia Brooks in York County, Pennsylvania. Brooks survived but suffered severe injuries. Adam Lane was sentenced to 25 years for the attack on Shay McDonagh. He received 10 to 20 years for the attack of Patricia Brooks. For the murder of Monica Massaro, he was sentenced to 50 years. Faced with a possible death sentence for killing Darlene Ewald, Lane entered a plea agreement and accepted a sentence of 48 years to life. He remains a suspect in 2 more murders and another non-fatal knife attack.